I wanted to shoot this video because I wanted to share with you a warning that if you are not yet aware of this, well, it could get you banned. It could also get you potentially sued by someone like Taylor Swift. I personally am shocked that Etsy is still allowing this to happen because they're making it seem as though it's okay to sell merchandise from celebrities, and in this case, Taylor Swift. It's not okay. So one would think, well, if Etsy allows you to put a listing up and use it in the title and create some type of merchandise off of a celebrity's name, then it must be okay. And the truth is, it's not okay. Disney recently took action and they actually filed lawsuits against Etsy shop owners, and they are suing them. So check this out. If I go to Etsy right now and I type in Taylor, look what comes up. All of these search queries come up. And you would think as a buyer, if I am searching for this stuff, I am going to find something that's being sold by someone that has the license to this or someone that is within her organization. So right here, we can see there is 34,681 listings for Taylor Swiftie merch. So let's see what's being offered here. Well, this shirt right here and this shirt right here, they're capitalizing on the upcoming tour from Taylor Swift. And I know this because I have a 15-year-old daughter, and yes, she is a Swiftie. But let's go ahead and click in here and let's take a look at this shirt. So this is being created by Sugar Designs US. And maybe you might be thinking, well, maybe this Sugar Design US has a license. Well, I would be willing to bet they don't. And the reason why is because back in 2015, Taylor Swift and her organization went after Etsy sellers. Check this out. So this was posted by Billboard back in 2015, and it says it's Taylor Swift versus Taylor Swift fans on Etsy. Let's read what it says right here. Taylor Swift recently trademarked a 3-word phrase from her Shake It Off lyrics, and her legal team continues to defend the empire. BuzzFeed reports that numerous Etsy sellers have been asked to remove Swift-themed items from their stores due to alleged trademark violations. One anonymous Etsy owner claimed to be shocked and scared to receive a cease and desist from Swift's camp. We originally made the item for fun. We love Taylor, and we had friends that love Taylor. We never intended for it to be a profit-making item. The cost of the item covered shipping costs and production costs with very little left over. Well, here's the question I would have for that person and anyone else that is thinking about selling trademarked goods or famous people or TV shows, any of that stuff. I want you to ask yourself this question. If you were a famous person like a Taylor Swift, would you be okay with people putting shirts up on Etsy and buying them and making a profit? If the answer is no, then can you blame them? Can you blame them for that? But here is where the problem lies. Etsy is not doing anything about it unless they get complaints. And that is where I have a problem with this, because you may be a brand new Etsy seller and you aren't aware of this. You go ahead, you see other people selling this type of stuff, and you want to get in on this little bit of a shortcut. And what happens is then you get a cease and desist, or Etsy will just flat out ban you and say, you shouldn't be doing that. But they let you do it. And that is where I have a problem with Etsy. If anyone from the Etsy team is watching this, please stop allowing people to list these types of items. It's a very simple fix for Etsy. All they have to do is what Amazon does. If you are creating a listing and you put something in there that's trademarked, it will immediately say you can't do it. It's a very simple fix, and I have no idea why Etsy is not doing it. And inside this Billboard article, it does say, in a response statement to BuzzFeed, Etsy stressed how seriously it takes intellectual property laws and copyright concerns. When a seller opens a shop and lists an item on Etsy, they are agreeing to our terms of use. including trademark guidelines and copyright and IP policy. When we are notified about allegedly infringing material, we act swiftly and in compliance with our policy, which can be found here. Good intentions or not, it appears those crafting T-Swift candles, t-shirts, and mugs will have to take their business elsewhere. That is what Etsy is saying, but yet Etsy in 2023 is still allowing this. So if you are either selling these types of items or are going to in the future, please let this be a warning and don't do it. It will get your account potentially banned on Etsy, but even worse, you could get sued. And it's happened to other Etsy sellers with the Disney lawsuit that happened recently. The way I see it is the people that are doing this and knowing that they're doing it are just trying to take a shortcut. And they're trying to capitalize on trends or on popular TV shows or celebrities or singers like Taylor Swift. And to me, that is not building a business. You are just jumping on trends. And that is something that I am not a fan of. I am a fan of finding a good niche, creating products for those people, and then listing those on Etsy. But it's tempting, right? Because it's a trend, it's doing well, it's a popular search, and you can potentially make some quick money. But we all know it's probably not going to end well. I'm a big fan of creating a brand that has products that are offered to a specific niche, like weddings or babies or some type of hobby. That is where you can build a long-term business and you're not going to violate any trademarks. It's going to be your intellectual property. But where people get stuck is, how do I find a good niche? And that's why I shot a video right here that walks you through exactly how to do that, how to find a good profitable niche that you can sell products in. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.